Danielle and Lourdes Vermont put together this event under very short order, and it has blossomed into a phenomenal event with over 130 people here. Danielle and I met about 15 months ago, and I think most of you here know the story, and I'm not here to rehash it. But it taught me a lot of things. First of all, what an amazing person Danielle is. I mean, the fact that Danielle... The fact that Danielle is actually standing here today has a lot to do with Danielle and all of her courage and inspiration that she has done by getting here, and a lot of hard work. But I've also gotten a chance to meet her family, Lourdes, and her whole nuclear family, including her Canadian boyfriend, Jeff, and he's also provided a lot of support. But it's basically a story of a tragic injury that happened off of Key Biscayne Flats. And early on, we weren't sure which way it was going to go. And ultimately had a nerve repair, but it wasn't a typical nerve repair. It was a nerve repair involving cell transplantation that's never been done before. With a lot of hard work, and a year has passed, and Danielle will tell her story of how she got here. She's doing great, as you can tell. Getting there has to do and starts with basic science research, and this basic science research started in the Miami Project over 25 years ago. And so it's amazing to see things that have evolved over time actually make it to people. Danielle is one example of that. I saw Jorge's father here earlier. Jorge's son was injured tragically in a trampoline accident over 2 or 3 years ago, and received treatments that were started in the Miami Project and has made really a spectacular recovery. And that's one or two of many stories that have occurred here in the last few years as we start to translate basic science research into clinical research. The couple other mentions here are two other surgeons who took great care of Danielle, which includes Dr. Gabrielle Ruiz, who's our trauma surgeon, couldn't make it here tonight, and Dr. Villela, our orthopedic surgeon, who couldn't make it here tonight either. And great. I thank you for putting this together. I have two little gifts for you that I wanted to... Lourdes, for all the time that you've put together in putting this event. And Danielle, thank you very much. On behalf of the Miami Project, we truly appreciate your support.
We have a float of this, so I'm going to pass it on.
Well, I'm not really much of a public speaker, so I actually had to write something down that I could read or I would never make it through, and I don't even know that I'll make it through. So please bear with me. And I'd like to just say, hello, good evening to everyone, and thank you so much for coming out tonight. I really understand everybody's hectic schedule, and I know that it took some effort to get here, especially on the Palmetto and I-95 with all the traffic and work and all that stuff, so I really, really appreciate it. Leading up to this event, I've seen all of you, and many who are not here tonight, register and pledge your donations, and it stirred some pretty overwhelming feelings because the outpour of support has been so incredible, and I feel super blessed to have such amazing friends. And you guys have all shown up, you've stepped up, and you've rallied around us in this effort to bring much needed funds to the Miami Project to cure paralysis. Some people that I'd like to thank that were very instrumental in tonight's event. Obviously, Anna Capri, who sponsored, the food. We have a sponsor board somewhere. If I leave someone out, I truly apologize, but I'll try to do a good job. Anna Capri provided the food. DJ Jay back here with the music, but you guys are chattering so much we can't hear it, which I guess is a good thing. I'd like to thank, Miami Express. I don't know if they're here, who actually helped me deliver all this stuff here this afternoon. I'd like to thank our bronze, silver, platinum. We even had a double platinum sponsor who couldn't be here tonight, and all of the individual people who have actually helped with this. And I know I'm going to say that a million times, but I truly, truly appreciate it, as I know Danielle does, and I know the Miami Project does, and my entire family. A special thanks to, I don't know where he's at, but to my husband. I have to thank him, and I know Danielle feels this way too, because he has been such a strength through all this, and such a support, and he sent endless emails to all his friends who are all here tonight, and I really appreciate his efforts. And 11 o'clock at night, and he's like half asleep, and he's still sending emails. Don't forget about the event. So thank you, I love you, thank you very much. So without, I can't say enough, thank you, and how we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And I also want to thank Terry, Scott, Susie, Dr. Levy again, everybody from the Miami Project who helped us with this event, because they were tremendous to work with, and I think I want to work for them now, I don't know. I like asking people for money. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, the research done here is very important, and as you all know, it hit very close to my home, and many of you don't know that this research that culminated in Danielle's nerve surgery actually started when she was born. And we found that out when Dr. Levy first presented this to her in the hospital. And that's why we're here tonight, to help his team and the Bonacani Fund make advances in their research. And I spent many, many nights, as well as my family, at the Ryder Trauma Center. And everybody there was fantastic, beyond words. And I have to say that walking down the halls every once in a while, I would see posters on the walls that said JMH, where miracles happen. Everywhere I turned, that poster was there. But I have to say that it was true. Danielle is my miracle, and the fact that she was able to obtain this surgery, she's the only person in the world, right, Dr. Levy, who has received this surgery other than rats and monkeys. So we feel very fortunate, and I do truly believe that that is where miracles do happen. I mean, that the care was beyond belief. Let's see. Dr. Levy thanked the other surgeons, and I do thank them. They're not here tonight. Dr. Ruiz was very important, and his team, as well as Dr. Balea and his team, and Dr. Levy and his team. And I lost my place. Where are you? Okay, so, okay. So when Dr. Levy actually approached Danielle to talk to her about this surgery, to see if she was willing to do it, her response was, yes, I want to live an extraordinary life. That was her response. We all looked at each other like, what did you just say? Okay, so she did. So I'm truly blessed to call her my daughter, and I'm so proud of her in so many countless ways. And although she has good and bad days, which is expected when you go through something like this, she holds her head up and is embracing her new reality with more grace than words can convey. She displays courage, determination, and much love to all around her. And it is my honor to introduce to you Danielle.
Okay, I'm just gonna read, because I won't do that well. good evening, everybody. I hope you're enjoying your time. Okay, so kind of as my mother just said, when I was first approached about this surgery, I said yes because I wanted an extraordinary life. I didn't know how this surgery would play into that, and I didn't know if the accident would derail it. While we don't know if this surgery will be a total success, I can say with genuine certainty that this life has become extraordinary because of the people I have met since the accident and the reinforcement of bonds I have felt from those I knew prior to it. Like I just said, we still don't know where this surgery will go, but I do know that I have the most amazing support. I don't know if I'll ever get over the fact that I can't wear high heels. It's very true, it's tragic. But I know that I will try to rock my kids in Converse with the utmost confidence. We don't know if the nerve will grow and engage the way we want, but I know that one day, the reason we are here tonight will see itself come into fruition. We all have hardships in life, and they are relative to our reality. I do not downplay the way this injury has changed mine, but every time I get upset that I trip or frustrated that I can't move faster, like in the rain or the cold or anything like that, I think about this place, the stories I've heard, and the people I've met. I'm privileged that I even have the opportunity to trip because that means that I'm walking, and that I can do so much in general. So while we are here, look at the Rehabilitation Center, even though it's kind of a bar right now. Pass the bar if you can to the Rehabilitation Center. Think about the research that goes on in this building. The Miami Project, the staff and doctors, such as Dr. Levy, have already given me my chance, the cautious optimism that I hold on to every day. And tonight is not about me. Tonight is about the hope we are giving to millions of people with similar or more difficult situations than my own. We aren't guaranteed anything in life, but if we choose, we can guarantee that it will be filled with love, hope, and the determination to better the lives of those around us. Tonight is for the cure history has thought to be impossible, but we now know to be attainable. That being said, okay, I may cry at the end of this. I would like to thank the Miami Project, the doctors, the staff, who have worked relentlessly, as she just said, almost 25 years or more, and who continue to work to find a cure for paralysis. My gratitude and admiration for Dr. Levy and his staff are beyond words. Thank you not only for this chance at an extraordinary life, but for your kindness, patience, and understanding, especially in those initial appointments when I wasn't very happy, or, well, I just wasn't very happy. So, that spoke enough volumes, but I've since apologized. I would like to thank the other two doctors who aren't here with us tonight, Dr. Gabriel Ruiz and Fernando Vallejo, who saved me, put me back together, and extended themselves far beyond the doctor's office. There are two other doctors here I would like to thank real quick. Dr. Zivic, who helped get my mind back in the right place and move me past the trauma of the accident, and Dr. Franco, who helped make my leg look as good as possible and who may continue in the future when I call on you at some other time in my life. And thank you to Terry and Scott, who answered a million emails from my mom and I, and who always supported this event. And to everyone here tonight, the support is so much more than my story. You are helping rewrite the stories of paralysis victims now and in the future. Thank you to my family and friends who have surrounded me with love, protected me, lifted my spirits, and constantly bring light to my life. Thank you to my dad, who can't be here today because of family things, and my stepmom, who is here today. Now I lost who support me in everything I do, love me unconditionally, and teach me every day. Thank you to my stepfather, who loves me like his own, and whose efforts have made tonight the success that it is. To my sister Kristen, who is only here for the night but would have never missed it. She's one of the best, most beautiful people in my life. You always do it to me. Thank you to my boyfriend, who never wavered, who has experienced the best and worst of life with me, and who still wants to stand by me on this adventure. And finally, thank you to my mother, who also put this together. You are my support and my love and my rock. And this night wouldn't have happened without you, and my recovery wouldn't have been the same without you and what you've always taught me about strength and independence and determination and fitness. I love all of you, so if we can now raise a glass. And cheers to the potential and to the future and everything that will take place in and outside of this building for paralysis victims. Thank you.